Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to study about this hydrogen spectrum. So then what is meant by spectrum? So spectrum is nothing but when a white light is passed through this prism, this is white light. When it is passed through this prism, that white light is dispersed. This is called as dispersion. It contains the number of colors. This band of colors is called as spectrum. Okay, so here this will be the prism. So now we have to study what is the hydrogen spectrum. Here you can see that if the light is not white, what we are doing means we are taking a gas. So that gas is heated. Here you can see that this will be the gas, and it is heated by passing current through it, that is electricity. So this light, you can see this is a light. When this light is passed through this prism, it will give some colors, not all colors, it will give some colors. So like this we can get. So here we are taking the hydrogen gas. The hydrogen, it is when it is heated, then we will get the colors. So how many colors we are getting, that we are going to study here. Here we can see that there are mainly two types of these spectrums are there. This will be the white light, this usual bulb. When it is passed through this prism, you are getting this kind of continuous spectrum. Here it is called as continuous spectrum because here you can see that all the colors are in only one continuous form. Therefore this type of called as it is continuous spectrum. So next is nothing but this will be if you are taking the hydrogen gas. This hydrogen gas, it is heated. When heated, it will emit the light. That light is passed through this prism. So then we are getting two types of spectrum. First spectrum is called as emission spectrum, and you can see here like these lines will be the form. And the second one is called as absorption spectrum. Absorption is nothing but the light is absorbed by the material. Okay, the emission is nothing but the electron present in this hydrogen, it will emit it to different state, and they will come back and they will produces the light, that is in accordance with the third postulate of Bohr. Okay, so now we are going to study in detail. Now this atomic spectra, it will act as the fingerprint of the atom. We know that all the people have the different fingerprint. Okay, like that only the atoms, it also have the different fingerprint. Here some examples we have shown here. This is hydrogen spectrum. Hydrogen spectrum, it will give like this spectrum, and here the carbon, you can see the more number of lines in a carbon. So okay, so this will be the carbon absorption spectrum. The light is absorbed here, and the emission spectrum, this will be the emission spectrum. And here you can see the oxygen absorption spectrum and oxygen emission spectrum. By seeing all these things, you can see that all the spectrum are different. So therefore this atomic spectrum is also called as, it will be the fingerprint of the atoms. Okay, by knowing this we can identify which type of atom is present here. Okay, so now how Bohr explained this hydrogen spectrum. According to Bohr, so he says that when current is passed through this hydrogen gas in a discharge tube at very low pressure, the molecules present in a hydrogen, they will break down, so they will be separated. So here you can see that hydrogen gas and electricity is passed through it, and it will be molecules break down into atoms. This will nothing but the atoms. These atoms absorb the energy, and they will give and form the electric sparks. So this electric sparks is nothing but they are emitting the light. So he explained like this. So third postulate, according to these electrons, first these electrons, these are the electrons, they are absorbing the energy. By absorbing this energy, they are moving to higher energy state. One is moved here, one more it is moved here. So these two are called as the excited states of the atom. These are the excited state of atoms. But this is not the permanent state for this electron. So same, if we can give an example. So you are going to your to meet your friends. So that is not your permanent place. So you will stay 1 hour or 2 hour, or you may stay more than 2 days. Then you will come back to your original home. So like this only, these two will act as the stationary home for these electrons. So after this, so they will come back to their original positions. Okay, here the illustration is given here. This you can see that this will be the hydrogen gas, and the electricity, the current is provided here, and this hydrogen gas, it will form gas, it will form to these atoms, and it will emit the light. This light is passed through these slits. Slits is nothing but the narrow opening or the door for the light. Okay, so after what happens, this light is here, you can see that this light, so this light is made to fall on this prism. This will be the prism. This prism what will do, it will segregate the light. So you can see here there are 4 lines are present. So these different lights you can see on the detector screen. So like this the lines are formed. So this will called as the line spectrum of hydrogen. So next is the hydrogen spectral lines. So we have derived the expression for the frequency and the wave number of spectral series. That is also called as Balmer formula, and this is the relation mu bar is equal to R into 1 divided by n1 square minus 1 divided by n2 square. What is this n1? N1 is nothing but it is the ground state. So this is ground state, and this will be the excited state. So this you all know. Okay, so by using this we are going to deal for the different wave numbers. So here they have substitute the value of the R. The value of R is, it is the Rydberg constant 1.097 into 10 to the power of plus 7. So like this, by substituting the values of this n1 and n2, we are getting different line series. Here you can see that the Lyman series. So Lyman series is nothing but when the electron jumps from ground state to higher state. This will be the ground state. So here you can see that the ground state is equal to, it is n1 is equal to 1, and the higher state n2, it will be the 2, 3, 4 and so on. So n value increases when the electron jumps from this higher state. This will be the n1, this is n2, higher state to lower state, that is n is equal to 2 to 1, it will give the series. That series is called as the Lyman series. So here also you can see here. So you can see here n1 is equal to 1 and n2 is equal to 2. You are getting the calculation wave number like this for the second line and the third line like this. So here this will be the ground state. This is the ground state, and this will be the first higher state, second, third, fourth. All the electrons, they are coming to this ground state and they are forming this series. This series is nothing but this is the Lyman series. Okay, so now next we are going to study about the Balmer series, second series. Here what happens, the electrons present here, so this will be the ground state, n1 will be the ground state, and this will be the higher state, n2. Then what is the value of this n1? N1 is nothing but it will be the 2, and the n2 is nothing but it will be the 3, 4, 5. When the electron jumps from higher orbit to the second orbit, then you are getting the Balmer series. Here you can see here mu bar is equal to this value R value 1 divided by 2 square and 1 minus 1 divided by n2 square, where n2 is nothing but this value. This will be the Balmer series. So next Balmer series, here this is very important series. It will be present in the visible light. So you can see this because it is present in a visible light. Okay, and here you can see that, so n2 is equal to the 2, n1 is equal to 2, this will be n1, and n2 3, 4, 5 lines. The first line, that is called as H alpha line. This will be the H alpha line. So the problem they will ask, calculate the wavelength of H alpha line. H alpha line is nothing but the electron, it will jumps from n2 state to n1 state, then this is called as H alpha line. So like that only the second, n2 is equal to 4 N2 is equal to 4 and N1 is equal to 2. This line is called as H beta line. So third line is called as H gamma line. This will be the H gamma line. The electron, it will jumps from the state N2 is equal to 5 to N1 is equal to 2. This line is called as, this will be the H gamma line. Like this we can segregate. Here you can calculate, you can see this Balmer series because they are present in visible region. So next line is nothing but the Paschen series. The Paschen series, it will takes place when the electron jumps from third state to the electron jumps from higher state to third state. Here this will be the ground state for this line and these all will be the higher state. So this will be the higher state. When the electron jumps from the higher state to n is equal to 3 state, you are getting the Paschen series. And here you can calculate the wave number also by substituting value. N1 is equal to, here it is 3 and N2 is equal to, it is 4, 5, 6, etc. So this will be, there is nothing but this Paschen series. So next is nothing but the bracket series. So bracket series is nothing but when the electron jumps from higher energy state to fourth state, that is n is equal to fourth state. Here you can see that this n is equal to 4, it will act as the ground state and these are called as the excited state. When the electron jumps from this excited states to this n is equal to 4 state, then the types of series formed is called as the bracket series. So here you can calculate the wave number by substituting value, that is n1 is equal to 4, it will be constant, and n2 it will vary from 5, 6 so on up to infinity. By substituting this value you can take down. Okay, so next one is nothing but the Pfund series. So the Pfund series, this series formed when the electron jumps from higher energy state to the n is equal to 5 state. So that is n is equal to 5 state. You can see here. So this will n is equal to 5 state and these are n is equal to, n is equal to 6 to n is equal to 5, n is equal to 7 to n is equal to 5, n is equal to infinity to n is equal to 5. These lines are called as, these are called as the Pfund series. Again by substituting value, n1 is equal to 5 and n2 is equal to, it is 6, 7, 8. You can calculate the expression for the wave number for the Pfund series. Okay, we can draw the energy level diagram. The energy level diagram is like this. So you can see here, this will be n is equal to 1, it will be ground state, and this will be the first excited state, second excited state, third excited state, 4, 5th and so on up to infinity. Here by substituting all that values, n1, n2 values, for the Lyman series you can see here, this will be the higher excited state to n is equal to 1 state, that will be the Lyman series. Then higher excited state to n is equal to 2, it will be the Balmer series. Higher energy state to n is equal to 3, Paschen series. Higher energy state to n is equal to 4, bracket series. Higher energy state to n is equal to 5, it will be the Pfund series. And the energies are calculated here, it is in kilojoule. In books you can see that they are in measured in electron volt. Okay, you can calculate in electron volt. Okay, 1 electron volt is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joules. So this is the value of 1 electron volt. So I will show here, so you can calculate this. Here it is showing the minus 328 kilojoule. So is equal to, if you want to convert it in electron volt. But what is 1 joule? So 1 joule is nothing but, so you can write it as 1 joule is equal to, 1 joule is equal to, it is 1 divided by 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 electron volt, because 1 electron volt is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joule. Therefore 1 joule is equal to, you can say, so you divide this value by 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joule. then you will get certain value. So that value it is expressed in your regular textbook. So this energy diagram is this will be the energy diagram for all the spectral lines. Okay, limitations of Bohr's atomic model. First limitation, it is applicable only for the atoms with one electron system. Okay, here you can see that this is an atom, it has only one electron system. Some examples are the hydrogen and helium ions and the lithium ions. This is first limitation. And second limitation, it could not explain the difference in the intensities of the spectral line. Here you can see that this line is more intense. Okay, so third one, it could not explain the Stark and Zeeman effect. The Stark and Zeeman effect is nothing but the splitting of the spectral line with the help of electric field and magnetic field. Fourth, it could not explain the wave nature of electron. That is, the electron it will exhibit the two nature, that is particle as well as the wave nature. This is not explained by Bohr. In order to explain these, de Broglie gave certain explanation. So now we have to study what is the de Broglie's explanation. Okay, the dual nature of behavior of the matter. Matter is nothing but which has the mass and occupies certain space. The matter is divided into the particle property as well as the wave property. Here you can see that this is the particle and it is moving in a wave form. So this is nothing but this one. So Louis de Broglie in 1928 he proposed the wave nature of electron. So what is that wave nature of electron? So according to de Broglie, so now we are going to give certain explanation to de Broglie equation. Bohr treated that the electron as a particle. Here you can see that this is a particle. The electron is moving in a particle. But de Broglie said that this particle is moving in a this path, it is waveform. Here this is nothing but the wave. So you can see here it is the waveform. So how he explained? So these type of waves he called it as a matter waves. The matter waves are nothing but the waves associated with the material particle are called as matter waves. De Broglie gave the equation for wavelength is lambda is equal to h divided by mv, where P is equal to m into v is the momentum. So where lambda is the de Broglie wavelength, h is the Planck's constant, and m is the mass of the particle, and v is the velocity of this moving electron. You can see here the electron is moving in a wave form. So this is de Broglie equation. By using these equations, he gave certain explanation. Let us consider here atom. This is an atom. This is the atom. So atoms, it is moving in a circular path. Electrons revolving in a circular path. And as de Broglie said that this electron is moving in a wave nature. This is the wave nature. Okay. Let the radius of this will be, it is Rn. He said that these formed waves are nothing but these are stationary waves. Stationary waves. So you are familiar with this stationary waves. So what are stationary waves? In your first year classes, in waves chapter, you have studied that. So it is nothing but it is formed due to the reflection of the waves. So it consists of the antinode and the node. Node is nothing but node has the amplitude A is equal to 0. Antinode at A is maximum. Okay, this is all about. And this length of the wave is nothing but this forms one complete wave. Therefore, the length of the wave is nothing but the wavelength. So Bohr, what he did, he said that the length of the wave. So this is one circle. You can see here the length of the circle is nothing but it is 2 pi RL. So it is equal to the wavelength. Therefore, he wrote 2 pi Rn is equal to n lambda. So 2 pi Rn is equal to n, it is there, but lambda is equal to, it is de Broglie, it is h divided by mv. But what is m into v? It is p. Therefore, lambda is equal to h divided by p from de Broglie hypothesis. So substitute here that value. P is nothing but it is m into e, where this me is mass of the electron and Vn is the velocity of the electron. Okay, substituting and moving this mv this side, so you are getting MEVn Rn is equal to, moving this 2 pi this side, that it will be nh divided by, it will be 2 pi. So okay, but what is this mvr? Mvr, that is mvr is equal to, it is nh divided by 2 pi, which is the second postulate of Bohr. It states that the angular momentum of the electron is integral multiple of h by 2 pi. This is the de Broglie explanation.